Allah Yahweh. Say, praise Yahweh. He's worthy to be praised. He's worthy to be praised. We give Yahweh all praise, and we give Yahweh all honor. We thank him today for his word. Yes. He's worthy to be praised. You see the entitlement today. We started in the book of Genesis, the Bereshit, the 3rd chapter. We started in the 3rd chapter. But we're going to deal with something minor. Set the stage up. I just want to let you know this world is not about us, the devil, and Yahweh. First of all, that's a theology that have been given to us. This walk is not about us, the devil, and Yahweh. Contrary to popular belief, you know, Yahweh should always have those who be on the edge, and I will always go against the grain for our Yahweh. I will not keep with status quo or what all are doing or what all are saying. I'm not trending. I'm not a trending type of guy. I don't trend. I'm not in the flow of man. I'm in the juggler vein of the Ruach HaKadosh, the juggler of Yahweh. So my stance and my posture will often change, and I will often have angles, and they would be very strategic angles, and they would be the angles of opposition is what I call them. And as we look, we must understand something. How does Yahweh come to you? How does Yahweh come to you? He comes to you in what? He comes to you in word. Silent word which produces and initiates thought. It initiates a thought process, and from that thought process, there is an action that is supposed to result from the thought, and the action is supposed to be according to the will and the divine nature of Yahweh. That is being connected to the true vine. That is being connected to the true vine. Words produce thoughts. Y'all better hear this. You better not daydream. Words produce thoughts. When y'all go back to school, your schoolmates going to be speaking words in your ear, and words are going to produce thoughts. Like my daughter sitting here stargazing. She's been stargazing all morning. So those are thoughts that are going through her mind. Nobody's talking to her, but she's gazing. So her mind is going through a thought process. Her thought process. She's thinking things, and she's thinking things to herself. She can only get in trouble with Yahweh for the things that she's thinking. Whether the things are moral or immoral, Yahweh knows her thoughts. That's why I feel comfortable with my children, because no matter what you say out your mouth to me, Yahweh knows your thought. So you are guilty by association of your thought process. Your thought process makes you guilty by association to the thoughts that you are thinking. So it gets a little more difficult than looking the part and doing things that would look like they would please your dad or please Yahweh. Yahweh knows the intent of your mind. He knows you in and out. He knows what you're going to eat later on today. He knows what you're going to wear. He knows the grades that you're going to make in this coming school year. He knows all these things. He knows if you're going to struggle in school or whether you're going to prosper. He knows whether you're going to be A honor roll or A honor roll. He knows all these things. That's why you must get connected with the true vine. And your intentions must be pure. They must be pure. They must be produced from pure. And to come from pureness, you have to be connected to a divine source, a divine nature, a divine nature. So how does Yahweh come to you? He comes to you in word and thought. The same way negative thought can enter into the mind of man. Negative thought can enter into the mind of man the same way that Yahweh comes in thought. Negativity, it comes and it pursues you. It pursues you. So by the negative thought pursuing you, you see it as the devil. You see it as an entity. You see it as something coming against your marriage or something coming against your house. Because we do not want to, many people that are in the conscious community that say that they are conscious, and they know a lot of Hebrew and they know a lot of this, but they still have church mannerisms. They still have a church mindset, a church theology. They don't even know it. They don't even think because they're speaking Hebrew or they're saying this or they're doing this. They're think, but your actions, for the men that I'm seeing on Facebook, your actions are the actions of church men. Gossip, you're gossiping, you're joking, you're playing around like little boys when you're grown men. Because the word and what you have embarked on is you've embarked on taking the word of Yah back to its purest state and purest form, known to us. So I would be very careful playing around with that. However you got it, however studying, you just brilliant, however you come by way of that, be careful. Be careful. Because there's only one, and that is Yahweh. And Yahweh knows all, he sees all, he holds all power, he holds all authority. So keep that in mind. No matter how brilliant, no matter what your fan base is, no matter how big your fan base, no matter how many likes you're getting on your posts, it doesn't matter. No matter how many people you got in your amen corner, it don't matter. At the end of the day, Yahweh knows the intent, the intention of your internal being. Not your external, but your internal. The one that cries at night. The little boy that's inside the man that's confused about his manhood. That's confused about the things in this life that are covered up through big words. And they're covered up through research, and they're covered up through study. So you never get to see that person is not healed, and that person is not capable of doing what it is that they are setting themselves to the task to do. Because they have not gone through a divine healing. A divine healing. So, understand that words come to you and it produces a thought. Thought produces action. It can be a silent word. It could be a physical word, because we even talk and speak through body language. We talk through body language, you know. I mean, we speak through body language. Believe me, we can say things with our body. We want to say things with our body. Whether you sing or whether you can let on. So what you say with your body, it produces an image, a thought in a person's mind. The person be like, oh, that was for me? Oh, yeah, really? So you are producing a thought, and you can produce thought through language, verbally. But all must navigate through the mind. All of the thought process, it must navigate through the mind. Whether it be verbal, whether it be silent, whether it be physical, it must navigate through the mind. And then the mind, the mind has an integrity. The mind has an integrity. And the integrity of the mind is good and evil. Bad and good. That's the integrity of the mind. Bad and good. This is where the word comes in, because the word comes to help us navigate through the tough terrain of good and evil. That's what the word does. It comes to navigate us. It comes to help push us past bondage. Push us past strongholds. Uplift us out of soul ties. Conquer our worldly mannerisms. This is what the word begins to produce. So as we look at Genesis 3:1, we can come into the mind that now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which Yahweh had made. And he said unto the woman, ye have Yahweh said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. Understand that Moshe is trying to paint an image for you. Moshe is trying to paint a thought for you. So as Moshe begins to paint thought, he begins to paint the image inspired by Yahweh. He begins to look at certain animals. So as he began to look at certain animals, he began to look at their mannerisms. So he looks at one called the serpent, and the serpent is cunning. It is cunning. It is smooth. It is one who navigates. He navigates. He can strike or he can constrict. He can strangle or he can impregnate you with his venom. And then you have a reaction, a physical reaction. Hold on to that thought about the impregnation of the venom and the constriction of a serpent. Okay? Hold on to that thought. Now listen to the book. And the woman said unto the serpent, come on now, somebody got to stop right there. So you got to stop right there. If you're going to pause, you're going to have to stop right there. Now the woman, if the woman said, then it has to have been a thought. It's a thought. It's a thought in her mind. It's a conversation that she's having in her mind. Now the thought that came to her, it is cunning. It's a cunning thought. It's just a thought. It's just a thought. No snake slithering up, no serpent slithering up and standing up like a man. I don't care what the book say. Standing up like a man and whispering in her ear. No, it is a thought. You have a higher and you have a lower thought process. Like you have a higher self and a lower self. The lesser thought, it wants to tend to the lower man. The higher thought, it wants to tend to your higher self. That's it. Because I need to break some of this down because we got too much ghosts. We got too much stuff that's going on and going around. And it's causing us to be stagnant. We're not able to move because a lot of y'all think, oh, the devil gonna block me. Right. The devil gonna block me. Oh, the devil want my house. Oh, the devil want my... No, the reason why your children are going through what they're going through because you ain't raising your children up in this book. Yes. According to this book. No, you raise your children up according to Christianity. But you're not raising your children up according to this book. See, when I go back to my children, they'll tell me that they know better because they know the book. Oh, I knew better. I knew better. Why you knew better? Because the Ten Commandments say. Because the Ten Commandments say thou shalt not. Because the Ten Commandments says thou shalt not do this. You understand me? So I understand the difficulty. You have to understand the difficulty that your child is going to have to officiate and navigate through because you're in a world with people that are not raising their children by Torah. They're not raising their children by the unadulterated word of Yahweh. They're raising their children by man's doctrine. By the doctrine of men. So now your children are going to be outnumbered. You'll have to keep these things in mind. But I don't want to lose my point where I am. So the woman said unto what? She said, she wasn't talking to no snake. She was talking to her thought. It's a thought. And in order for the woman to say, that means that a word had to come. a word came unto this woman saying, and that's when she began to think about the thought. She began to think about the thought of the word that came to her, and the word came and introduced itself to her. I sit down all the time, and many of you, if you're not going to allow on the other side of that camera, when you sit down, a word will come to you, and it will begin to entertain you. Without you wanting to be entertained with that thought. That's why the Bible said that we have to nullify those thoughts. We have to kill those thoughts. We have to bring those thoughts under subjection, because those thoughts want to Corinthians 10:4. Those thoughts want to exalt themselves above the mind of Yah. Yes. That's what they're coming for. Those thoughts are coming to exalt themselves above the mind of Yah. They are coming to exalt themselves above your teaching, above your home training, above your 10 commandments, above what Yahweh has placed delicately inside of you. Your gift. The true gift. See, the true gift need to save you. I don't care how many other people you save. You need to be saved. Shaul said, look, I don't want to be one who run this race, and at the end, I'm thrown away. Come on. Listen to the book. Listen to the book. And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of life. So now, in her head, it's two words in her head. Now, it's two words. It's two nations inside of her head. It's two nations inside of her brain. It's two nations inside of my mind right now today. It's two nations inside of your mind, and those nations are struggling. They are struggling. There is a fight. There is a national fight going on between lower self and higher self. That's what's going on. That's why you begin to form certain opinions about people. Because there's nations, because you're going to either put people in the nation of Israel, or you're going to put people in the nation of the heathen. The Goyim. The Bible already does it. The Bible says either you're Israel, or either you have obtained the ways of the nations. The Goyim. So that's two nations. You have the nation of Yah, and you have the nation of the Goyim. This is what she's dealing with in the beginning. Yeah. This is what she's dealing with. She's dealing with two nations, and what the nations are trying to do, they are trying to impregnate her. That's what's going on. An impregnation. The reason why I say impregnation, because certain thoughts that people put in your mind, you don't give birth to them maybe a year later. Maybe 2 years later. That's why the Bible says evil communication corrupts good manners. Yeah. Because just because it didn't rub off on you today, it might rub off on you 5 years later. That's why you got to be careful. You have to be careful about what you are allowed to come into your ear gates, what you allow to come into your eye gate, your nose gate, and what is expelled from your mouth gate. Because so a man speaketh, so he is. So a man thinketh, so he is. You're only speaking what you think, if you're not speaking a lie. Listen to the book. And the woman, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Yahweh has said, you shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest you die. Okay, now this word is a word from Yahweh. She is rehearsing, and she is replaying the word of Yah. What Yah says. Okay, the Lord self has spoken, given her thought, and now the higher esteem of Yah is coming to her and trying to direct her back to what thus saith Yahweh is. And the serpent said unto the woman, you shall not surely die. For Yahweh doeth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, which means closed, and you shall be as mighty ones, knowing good and evil. This is good and evil. Good and evil is our thought process. It's our thought process.
Yeah.
As I began to go and I began to navigate and travel through these scriptures by way of the Ruach HaKodesh, we will begin to see certain things that Yahweh have said. Since y'all want idols, and since y'all want devils, I'm going to give them to you. I'm going to let y'all have them. Since that's what you want, I'm going to let you have it, and I'm going to prove it through you, through scripture, that nothing exists outside of Yahweh. Yahweh said, look, I don't know none of this stuff. I don't know no idol. I don't know no graven image is an idol. I don't know none of this stuff that y'all talking about and stuff that y'all doing. But since thus says ye, then we're going to let that thing manifest. And I will see what your end should be. No, it's not going to come from me. I'm going to let y'all produce it. Y'all going to talk about it. Y'all going to lift it up. Listen to this book. Listen to this book. Listen to this book. So we see that there is conversation. I don't know why y'all find it so hard. You go sit in a garden somewhere. You're going to start thinking.
Yeah.
After you get a word gonna have to come to you. Do you know that you can see, when you see something with your eyes, it forms a word? It don't have to. I said silent. I see that chair. In my mind said chair. Stand. If it's something I don't know, I still see it, but I'm trying to make out what it is in my mind. And then you'll begin to hear me speak the thought. The thought will begin to be initiated now. You understand? It don't take nothing crawling up on the side of me to convince me of nothing. The convincing is due to the two nations that's in my mind. The two nations. The two hemispheres of your brain. The two hemispheres of your brain. Your pineal gland inside your body. Your eye. If your eye be single. We have overplayed ourselves, and Christianity has really done a number on the people. Because now y'all need a woo-woo-woo. When you begin to read the book of Job, you begin to read it out of text. Because the first thing people say, when there was a day and Satan went up with him. That's something that you really need to parse. You really need to parse that to have a true understanding. But you first need to have an understanding of Yahweh. It's what you need to have, is an understanding of Yahweh. Yahweh never intended for us to have the other nations to have power in our mind. That's why he told them, look, man, it's certain knowledge you don't need. Yeah. It's certain knowledge that you don't even need to embark on. You don't need to bother with that knowledge, because it's going to take you away from your purpose, design purpose, and take you away from me. That's why some of all the studying that's being done, many of these guys wind up being atheists, agnostic. They don't believe in nothing. Listen to the book. And the woman said, verse 2, and the woman said unto the serpent, why? Because a word came into her mind, and she began to talk to herself. Like people walk around talking to themselves. She began to talk to herself. Like, yeah, okay, I heard what you said, but you know what? I'm not doing that. Y'all talk to yourself silently all the time in y'all mind. Somebody will say something to you, and in your mind, you will not answer. In your mind, you will answer. You will say something, but don't nobody know what you said. You will answer yourself. So we see that the woman in the garden is what's going on, that it's a battle. It's a battle inside you, young men. It's a battle going on inside of you. Because your eye gates are showing you the riches of the world. Jewelry, cars, clothes, J's, jeans, clothes, to be fashionable. So even at your young age, y'all trying to figure out, how can y'all get this? How can I get some of these things that I see these older people have in the world? But I want to tell y'all this. I want to stop and tell y'all this. You don't know what they did to get what they got. You don't know who they killed. You don't know who they're poisoning. You don't know what they're doing. You should not be willing to do anything to get what you want. Do you hear what I say? You should not be willing to do anything to get what you want. And we are at a state of emergency because our children have taken on a mentality that I'm going to do whatever I need to do to get that. What you need to do is you need to stay in school. You need to go home and do your homework, and you need to stay away from negative people. People want to fight. Ain't no money in fighting out there on the streets. People want to steal. Ain't nothing in stealing. Because I want to introduce y'all to the 10 Commandments today. I want to introduce you to Deuteronomy chapter 5 and Exodus 20. And I will ask y'all to write that down, get one of them Bibles, and y'all need to read y'all 10 Commandments every day. Because it's going to set the tone for you in your life for where you're going. You could be a great athlete. You could be a great track star. You could be a great scientist. You could be a great doctor. You can be whatever you want to be, but you got to start applying yourself now. Don't try to be cool. Don't try to be cool. You're already cool. I'm looking at both of y'all. Both of y'all got your own swag. You don't need to be like nobody else. Because if you be like anybody else, you're going to only be second best. Because it's already what you're trying to be like, so that's number one. That's going to always be number one. That's right. If you don't be you, you're going to be second best, so be you. Can't nobody beat you being you. That's right. Learn to love you. Train yourself. Train yourself up in the righteous way. Let me get back to this word. Back to this word. Listen. Genesis. So we see that the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden. So the only thing the woman doing is, really, honestly, I'm gonna break it honestly to you. The only thing the woman doing, you putting that serpent there. And the only reason you putting that serpent there is because Moshe is trying to put the division between Yahweh and bad. Yahweh and disobedience. That's what he's trying. This is the only thing Moshe is trying to establish, obedience and disobedience. That's all he's trying to establish in this verse. So he uses something that is opposite and something that opposes Yahweh. When really the only thing that's opposing Yahweh is the mind of this woman. I'll read it to you one more time. Slow it down. Now the serpent was most subtle. A lot of people gonna get caught as the beast of the field. Blah, blah, blah. Have Yahweh said, listen what it says. Have Yahweh said you should not eat of every tree. Who word that is? That's Yahweh word. That's Yahweh speaking. Okay? And the woman said, now the woman saying to the thought. She's speaking to the thought of Yah now. She's not speaking to no serpent because just the thought of Yah, that's not the thought of the serpent. Yeah. This is the thought of Yah that's in her mind that she's struggling with. And it's a lot of us that struggle with the thought and with the mind of Yah. We struggle. But why we got to do that? Why you can't do that on the Sabbath? Lamb and a bullock and a roebuck. Why we got to do, ain't that stuff done? No, it ain't done away with. You done away with, but that ain't done away with. So I just went that way to come back this way. And the woman said until what? The woman ain't saying nothing to no serpent. We may eat of the fruit of the trees of God. So she running this by herself. She running this back to her mind. Well, Yahweh said we may eat of the fruit of the garden, but the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Yahweh has said you should not eat of it. So what he's trying to give you a conversation. That's what the writer. He's trying to show you a dialogue, because it's hard to show a person having a dialogue in their mind without having something outside of self. Yes. So you need to pull something outside of self. It's like saying you stab your hand and you say the devil made me do it. It would be better if somebody stabbed you in the hand and then you say, yeah, the devil made them do that. Because it's an outside source. It's an outside being. But if you stab your hand yourself, people gonna say, man, you crazy. What the devil at? Right. So this is all Moshe trying to do. Moshe is just establishing a conversation in Eve's head with Eve about the word of Yahweh. The same way you failing, the same way I used to fail. I used to fail because there was a conversation going on inside of my head. And then when you begin to take on the ways of the world, what happens is you have more conversations with the world than you do with Yah. That's what started going on. So now your thoughts become evil inclinations. Y'all sorry. That's what you get. Because your thoughts is thoughts of the world. You thinking worldly thoughts. So when you begin to think worldly thoughts, now you begin to struggle. Now you begin to come into bondage and soul ties and strongholds and mind move. You begin, so then those things you start accrediting the evil. You start accrediting those things. You start accrediting those things to the devil and to Satan, Shaitan, whatever how you want to pronounce it, Satan. That Satan, you got to look at Satan, you got to look at you, Lucifer. You got to do etymologies on these words, people. And they will help you to understand what you are saying and what you are doing. I want you to turn to the book of Jude. You say Jude, you say Jude. So I just wanted to start that. The only thing going on, the lady talking to herself, really. Yeah. That's all. The lady talking to herself in the Garden of Eden. She's rehearsing, she's going over what y'all said, but then there's something else inside of her, which is a thought process. And in thought process is where we begin to struggle. You begin to say, oh, I know that's wrong. I know I shouldn't do that. But you get drawn and you do it in and no, that's not the devil pulling you. That's you. Let me break it down to you. That is you, a spirit being, learning how to navigate in this untrustworthy carbon body. Things that are not the will of Yahweh. It's what it will begin to want. That's what this carbon body, if that's what you feed into it, that's what it's going to produce. Whatever you sow, that you shall reap. So you sowing all kinds of worldly things, all kinds of thoughts, and looking at this and listening to that. You sowing that stuff inside of you. You plant. You plant. And you're going to have to reap that harvest because you're planting. You're going to have to reap that harvest because you're planting. Hey, when that? Huh? Good. It was. It was. He needed the word. He needed to hear that. So, you know, he or she, whatever. The wasp. Listen to the book, The Door Open, y'all. That was the wasp. Wasp getting to come in, dragonflies, come in, butterflies, the door open. Anything come in but people. Well, we just had two young men, what, probably 15 or 14, 12, something like that. That's why the Ruach made me go directly speak to them. Yeah. And when I spoke to them, they got up and left. See, you only have a short time. Now, if I wasn't led by the Ruach, I wouldn't have paid them no attention. I would have kept going on what I'm going on. No, the Ruach made me address them quickly. Because I only had them for like 3 to 4 minutes. But something have been sold inside of them. I'm going to see them again. Yeah. I'm going to see them again. Because guess what they're going to do? They're going to learn how to drive that zero-turn lawnmower. Because that's going to be a program. They're going to learn how to do that. All the children that they give me around here, they're going to learn how to work and get paid. They're going to learn entrepreneurship and they're going to learn this word. Same way your shoe feed. You got to feed people with work. You can't just feed people. You just feeding people. No, I'm going to feed you with work. I'm going to let you work, show you how to work, now you can feed your family. I'm not just going to come and give them nothing in their hand. So we there, y'all probably to the book of Job, Jude. Gotta have it. I want you to look at 1 and 24, because it ain't number 1 chapter, 24th. This is what the Bible says. Now unto him that is able to keep you from falling. Now unto him that is able to keep you from falling. And I told you, ain't nobody perfect. Everybody got to fall. Everybody got to fall. Everybody got to go through. Everybody got. No, the only reason because our households are not established in Yahweh. Because we don't have a husband and a wife that's established and working together to produce the fruit that will be produced through their children. Some we do, but the majority of our households, even if you conscious, they breaking up because the man done got so far into the Hebrew and left this woman. The woman ain't went with him. Now he here and she there, so now they can't be together. But when they first got together, he ain't had that knowledge, she ain't had that knowledge. Listen to the book. Now unto him that is able to dominion and power, both now and ever. I want y'all to move to 2 Peter. Now unto him that is able to keep you from falling and to present you faultless before the presence of his glory with sin. Who is him? The Word. The Word is him. The Word is the only thing that can bring you before Yahweh faultless, without spot and without wrinkle. When you begin to understand that there's a battle going on inside me, there's a battle going on inside of me. There's a battle going on. Some people having a civil war. An evil battle so far away from their purpose till it's just self-battling self. Listen to the book. He said, present you faultless before the presence and his glory with exceedingly what? Joy. The joy of Yahweh is my what? Is my strength. To the only wise, Yah, source, judge, power, ruler, our Savior. The only. Yahweh. Yes. Yahweh. Same man that talk about Enoch. Same man that talk about Enoch, and the same man that said that Esau got a book. Right here. He's saying, behold, Yahweh, and 10,000 the same. Listen, y'all moved over to 2 Peter. I'm coming. 2 Peter, I'm in the right pass. 2 Peter 1. 2 Peter chapter 1. Verse 4. 2 Peter verse 1. I want to do verse 10 first, and then we're going to fall back. Let's do verse 10, because I want to tie that with that one right quick. I don't want to put nothing before it. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. Now I want y'all to get that. Yes. Y'all better be careful. Yes. With y'all calling and y'all elections. Right. A lot of people calling themselves stuff that they're not. The title don't matter to me. It's your election. You're not walking in your election. And so because I see people that are not walking in their election, they falling. Because they don't have no power. They don't have no strength in that area. Listen what the scripture says it for itself. The scripture says, wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure, for if you do these things, you shall never fall. Now, one of the last things that you got to do not to fall is to make sure if you're a prophet, are you an apostle, are you a missionary, are you a pastor, are you a deacon, are you a minister? You got to make sure that you walking in your calling, your appointed office. Because the office is not a title. The office is really the person of Yahweh. And if you're not, and if you're saying that you're walking in something and that's not your person, then your person that you're walking in is not connected to the true vine. And anything that's not connected to the true vine is going to struggle, it's going to begin to die. Yes. Die off. So when you actually are walking in your true identity, in your true person of the Yahweh head, of the righteous head, yes, then now you are You are connected and you are fed through the spiritual umbilical cord of Yahweh. That's where your strength comes from. I look into the hills from whence my help comes from. I look into the person of Yahweh that Yahweh created me to be. Yes. When I was yet in my mother's womb, Yahweh knew me. He knew you. He had already had your purpose. He had your purpose. Behold, I sent an angel before you to bring you into the way. To bring you into a prepared place. To bring you into a prepared place. A prepared place. To bring you into a prepared place. Susan, give me a minute. Just give me a minute. To bring you into a prepared place. We trying to do too much. I'm telling you, you're trying to do too much. You're making the word too difficult for people. The little boy that came to him, they received that word. Now, if I had been in here talking speaking in Hebrew, that's why I'm so glad that I stayed in the juggler of y'all, in the juggler of the Royal Hakodesh, because if I was trying to trend and do whatever, I would have been here speaking Hebrew words, I would have been partial, I would have been doing, and them little fellas wouldn't have been able to get nothing. Right. They'd have been better off going in a church where they were speaking English, to where they may have heard something. And I ain't for Christianity, but I'm for our males and our females youth getting the word of Yah. Yes. Y'all better be careful. Right. Y'all need to be training up these children. I see y'all on Facebook and every post you got is for an adult. Yeah, come on. Ain't no post you posting for children. That's why I make posts that even children can read. That's right. I put a post, I say, listen, the flesh is the enemy of God. The enemy of Yah. I didn't say God, I've been reading God so much. That's why I don't use the word. Because when I start using the word, I start slipping and saying them. So if I cut folks off, or if I don't come on your post, it's because I'm getting that mess out my system. I'm purging my system. I'm not finna let you infect me or affect me. And it's a prime example what happened because I just slipped and said G-O-D. Because I've been dealing with people that say G-O-D. See, so what I'm going to do? I'm going to compromise my hard work, yes, what I'm doing in my study with y'all, in order to be called a friend. I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. So anybody don't want to come up, when I take you and show you Psalm 68 and verse 4, I show you the name. If you don't want to come up, then you can cut me off if that's what you want to do. But I'm not finna keep coming down and then I'm getting soiled. That's called getting soiled. I'm getting soiled because if you put a brand new white shirt in the washing machine with a muddy shirt, that brand new white shirt ain't gonna come out white. You got to have people to come up to your standard. I've been teaching this and saying this for a while, and everybody that do mess with them names, they slip and wind up saying them. They slip and wind up saying them. I'm not saying them because Yahweh is pleased with me not saying them. 23 and 13 of Deuteronomy. Be ye circumspect. I'm going to do what my father say do. And then you got Hebrews. I can tell the strength of the church because they're trying to use the same name that the church used. But they're trying to just say the church used them wrong. They're using all the names. They're using Adon, Adonai, they use Jehovah, they use Lord, they use Bear, they use all these names. They use all these names. And the books just say call him by his name, Yah. I don't want to hear about your revelation. I don't want to hear about I don't want to hear about what you're talking about. You got revelation. Ain't that much revelation in the world. You can make up and conjure up anything you want to conjure up, and it sound good. But with me, two things you got to have. You got to have sound doctrine, and you got to have signs and wonders. That's what you got to have. See, you can't have sound doctrine and no signs and wonders. With me, you can't have signs and wonders and no doctrine. Right. You got to have signs and wonders, and you got to have doctrine. You got to have the doctrine of my Father, and then you got to have signs and wonders. You got to have been able to heal somebody. To heal somebody through prayer. Because that is what's facilitated through this ministry. This ministry is one that came into ministry through an HIV clinic, praying for people and bringing people into the home that had HIV and AIDS, and then people coming back and saying that they can't find the HIV. They're saying that the HIV is dormant now. See, HIV and cancer is really no big thing to me. As long as the person that I pray for don't die from HIV or don't die from cancer. See, a lot of people don't even understand divine healing. Divine healing does not assure you that you will not be able to say this. That Yahweh won't say this to you. My grace is sufficient. So Yahweh left Shaul, whatever thorn Shaul had, it kept Shaul in check. So the same thing with the HIV. Yeah, okay, you might go take a test, but your viral load, you ain't gonna die from it. Cancer, you ain't gonna die from cancer. You ain't gonna die from your heart murmur, congestive heart. You might die from anything else, but you ain't gonna die from that. Y'all better come on, somebody. I'm teaching y'all about signs and I'm teaching y'all about true healing, true miracles. So y'all think casting something out. Cast it out well. That's how I say. Another thing. So many things did, but I'm going to have to get back on the path of Mount Sinai, and I'm going to have to get back on the path of deploying the shop, Yom Teruah. Oh, I got to get back on this path. We got another feast day coming up real soon, real quick, real fast, and in a hurry. So you're not battling against anything outside of self. Everything that you're battling, we battle not against flesh and blood, but we battle against principalities. What are the principalities? They're in your mind. They're in your members. They're in your members. Your principality that you're battling. They're in your members. You're getting hot. You're getting bothered. You're getting heated. You're lusting. And you're doing it. And I'm not saying that lusting is bad. I'm not saying that lusting is bad. To fulfill your lust, to fulfill the lust is bad if it's not with your husband. You understand me? I'm not saying anything is bad when those things arise up in you to condition you. You cannot be conditioned for lust if you never face lust. Then you get in a situation where you lusted, now you're going to get swept away and carried away by the enemy. Anything that you praying to Yahweh for, you got to overcome it. He don't move. He don't take stuff away. Oh, Christianity, take it away. Take it away. No, you got to come through that. Ye though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. Yeah. You got to come up through the prayer for that thing. To show and be the example and exemplify the power of the true and living, the only living Yahweh. I know it's hard, but it's fair. Hard, but it's fair. Oh, it's hard, but it's fair. Don't nobody want the bitter. Everybody want the glitter. I love the bitter. I wake up every morning and I say, Yahweh, give me the bitter, because the bitter gonna make me better. That's right. The bitter gonna make me better. The bitter gonna make me obedient of Yahweh. The bitter gonna make me or break me of Yahweh. And I come too far to be broken. Because ain't nothing make me but you, so can't nothing break me but you, Yahweh. And I'm willing to be broken because you only deal with things that are broken. You only begin to piece things back together that are broken. Them that are whole have no need of a physician. Come on. You better listen to the word. No, I don't go to be broken. But boy, look here, I'm fixable. I want to be fixed. I don't know how about you on the other side of that camera. How about you in this room? Do you want to be fixed? You want to be fixable. A lot of people not even fixable. Because they're gonna run away and shy away from the truth. They're gonna keep doing because they want to be in mainstream. They want to be what's trending. They want likes on their Facebook. They won't come out on their thing and say, well, y'all know what? I'm gonna tell you, I know all y'all using these words, but man, I'm gonna give y'all this scripture and I'm gonna have to start saying y'all on my post, y'all. I'm gonna have to call Psalm 68. You don't know how. You just know how many people you gonna win.
That's right.
But by you studying, saying the same thing that they saying,
Yeah.
they looking at you like, why should I come on with y'all? Y'all unorganized. Y'all, you a Hebrew? Man, y'all hate. Y'all fight. Y'all use profanity. Why y'all using y'all? I don't want to come over there with y'all. Y'all using the same verbs we use. And they got more money over there in the church than the Hebrews do. Because all the Hebrews gonna do is that's done away with. The Hebrews like the church too now. Now the Hebrews started talking about what's done away with too now.
Yeah.
If anything got to do with money and support and coming together, that's done away with. We ain't in the lane. You don't know who the Levitical priest is no more.
That's crazy. That's so crazy.
There's the time with fruits and vegetables. We don't got fruits and vegetables no more. What you buy fruits and vegetables with? Don't you still eat fruits and vegetables? You still eat fruits and vegetables. How you get them? You buy them. It's transferable, people. But keep finding a way.
Yeah.
Hebrews, keep finding a way. You're just like the church. I'm telling you, I've seen so many similarities. The church did away with the first writers, and the Hebrews done away with the laws, and the statutes and the commandments. We can't keep them unless we in the land. Listen to the book. Listen to the book. Where am I? 10. I was on 10. The wind blowing me. 2 Peter. 2 Peter 1 and 10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence. Now let's go back to verse 4. Whereby are given unto us exceedingly great and precious promises, that by these ye might be partakers of what? Divine nature. That's what you always hear me say. If you go back up into verse 3, you'll see divine power. There is a divine power and there is a divine nature. Having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust. That's why Ruach had to deal with lust before I got to lust. I could just breeze on by. I love the Ruach. I love the Ruach. But he knows what's coming before it comes. Yeah. So I already touched on lust. We can just keep rolling, right on rolling. Listen to the book. Listen to the book. So, where is the world though? Where is the world? The world ain't out there. That ain't the world. The world is in him. I told y'all there's two nations. It's the world of Yah and it's the world of the Goyim. And they inside. And they are struggling. And all they are is conversations. Well, look, I seen him cheat on his taxes and get 15,000 instead of 5,000, man. That's 10 racks, 10 band. Man, I'm going to cheat on mine and do the same thing too. Where the devil at? Man, in your mind, man, your mind. You just been influenced. That's why the Bible says over there in James say, blessed is the man who endureth temptation. For in doing so, he shall receive the what? The crown of what? Listen to the book. Listen to the book. Now, this is what we also need to adhere to. And besides this, giving all diligence, add faith, virtue, to virtue, knowledge, to knowledge, temperance, to temperance, patience, to patience, righteousness, Yahwehhness, and to Yahwehhness, brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness, charity. Now, the reason why you're falling is because you're missing out on some of these things. Because the Bible says this, for if these things be in you, yes. For if these things be found in you, if the word, which is a discerner, yeah. If the word which is a discerner, when it begins to navigate through you, yeah. And it begins to detect its cousinry, its cousin, it begins to detect its family members. I'm trying to make it so you can understand. Inside of you, then you won't fall for the okie doke. You won't fall for the left side, the left hemisphere of your mind. You won't fall for it. You'll stay on the straight and narrow, on the right path. the righteous path, the right hemisphere. You'll stay on the right. In the vein. You won't go to the left. You won't go to the right. You'll be on the straight and narrow. You won't be on the wide and broad. This is what the book says. For if these things be in you and abound, they make you that you should never be barren nor unfruitful in the knowledge of Yeshua HaMashiach, in the knowledge of the word of Yahweh, in the knowledge of Torah.
Yes.
Not the knowledge of a man, because if I just say Yeshua HaMashiach, what knowledge? Then we got to go to the knowledge that he carried. Yes. The knowledge that he was impregnated with. He was impregnated with a knowledge, and that knowledge was Torah. Yes. But he that lacketh these things is blind, and cannot see afar off, and have forgotten that he was purged from his old sins. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure, for if you do these things, you shall never stumble, fall. When I say never fall, I'm saying die in your mess. I'm saying die in your infirmities. I'm saying die in your weaknesses. Yes, you may struggle, because you're going to struggle mentally. Because there's going to be a war. There's going to be conversation going on. Well, if I did that, then, well, no. If I did that, no, if I did. That's the struggles that we go through. That's the struggle that we go through in our mind. That's the same thing that Eve was going through. She began to contemplate. Well, I know what the word says. I really need that right now. I mean, that just looks so good. Everybody's doing it. Everyone's doing it. Everyone's saying it. Everyone's using those words. And they even soup the words up and make the words look good. They make the words sound so extravagant and they sound so deep using those words. One thing I love about what Shaul said, listen, I became all men. I was able to preach to the barbarian. Yes. I was able to preach to the Italian centurion. I was able to preach to the babes, the children. If your preaching can't reach children, your preaching is suspect. If your teaching can't reach children, I want to say this because I want to stop you from trying to get deep, because you're in the vein that you're supposed to be in right now. Yes. Don't you start trending. Don't you try to start getting and doing what other folk do. Stay in your lane. Yes. That's your strength. Yes. That's your strength. Yes. Man, I feel so good ministering to them young men. Yes. The thing flowed quick. Yes. Because I walk around here and do it all day, every day anyway. So it's nothing. It's what Yahweh have prepared me to do. Prepared me to do. And he has prepared you to do something too also. Let us look at Deuteronomy 5 and chapter 7. Stay where you are. I don't listen to too many people teachers. I don't listen to too many people teachers. I really don't. Right now, the only teaching that I listen to my wife, Aunt Nell. He come before I listen to him, and I listen to Najee. And if Sister Sharice come on, I will listen to her. And I may listen to Richardson Kelly, but it's not too many people that I listen to. I don't go around my ear. I don't have spiritual ears that are horrible. I don't have, because I'm in the spirit. I stay in the spirit. I'm connected. You understand me? So I'm always trying to sort out what Yahweh is giving me through the day. Yahweh give me stuff every day. So let me tell y'all something about Adam before we go here. Adam needed his wife. And he needed his wife to encourage him, to keep him encouraged, to encourage him, to keep him uplifted, because he had a task before him. No, she was not his maid. She was not his servant. She was not his slave. but she was there to encourage him. But she bottled that up, encouraging him. And it was some part of him too, but I'm not going to harp on that. What I'm going to harp on is that Yahweh used to come and walk with Adam in the cool of the day. Yahweh comes and walks and talks with me in the heat of the day. In the heat of the day, through the sun. No, I'm not Adam. I'm me. So when I'm working, I have to come back in and I have to filter through everything. Have to walk around with a pad in my pocket to write down, because I'm hearing stuff all day long, which I've been without my pad to write it down. So what had happened was, as Pastor Kelly said, what has happened is, when Yahweh came down, he asked Adam, he said, Adam, where art thou? Adam had them created a Sabbath day for himself. Yeah. He had them created a Shabbat, but that's why y'all can't look, because y'all say, look, this is a work day. This is a work day I'm looking for you on. This not a rest day. So where art thou, Adon? Where you at? Listen, this book of Genesis, like I told my wife, a lot of stuff I won't even teach. I won't even touch it. And it's because of the fact that some of that stuff, you have to have people in a room with you. In a room. I can't teach everything on social media. I'm not going to even try. Because I didn't come by way of it through social media. I didn't come by way of it through that. So the deeper depth and the higher heights is something that cannot be released on social media. So just remember, everything that Yahweh give y'all, you're not going to be able to release it on social media. That's all I want to tell y'all, because you'll wind up getting frustrated. Because people be like, what's she saying? What he's saying? What they talking about? I don't understand that. And then that's room for controversy. And then now you're going to have a whole bunch of argumentation. Let us look at Deuteronomy chapter 5. And I stopped on that down because I was going to get ready to go off into what else happened. But I'm not going off into that. Deuteronomy 5 and chapter 7. I want y'all to listen to the verse. Thou shalt have no deity before me. No source, no power. You shall have no air, no source, no power, no nothing before me. Hey, I had here. Thou shalt not make thee any graven image. This is where a lot of people miss out. The graven image ain't what you need to focus on. You need to focus on where he say at. You should not make any graven image of any likeness of anything that is in Shamayim, or that is in the earth beneath. When you was growing up, where they told you the devil was at? In the earth, in the core of the earth. That's why Yahweh said, look, y'all don't need to make no graven image. Y'all don't need to make nothing called the devil. Y'all don't need to make no devil. The devil what? Got horns and red and a pitchfork. Right. Yahweh say, don't y'all make this image and give this image to y'all children and pass that image down generation through generation through generation through generation. Don't y'all make that evil. Don't y'all make that evil. Yeah. Y'all making this evil. I done told y'all don't make no devil. I done told y'all this between me and you. It is between your mannerisms. It is between you learning how to operate in this body with an instruction manual that you got to read daily. Yeah. I saw this years ago where Yahweh say, don't make anything, don't put no angels, don't make no devil that is in the waters beneath the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself. You shouldn't have no spirits. They call the spirits the water spirits. I forgot the name what they call them. It's on tip of my tongue too. But anyway, it say, look, don't make no spirits in the water. He telling you, don't make no idols. Y'all done made the devil an idol and y'all give him worship every time y'all say, oh, the devil attacking me. Y'all done made this stuff up. So y'all say, y'all done made it, then y'all gonna show no walk in it. Yeah. Y'all made y'all bed. Y'all don't understand that I'm the only thing and you the only thing on the face of this planet. It's me and you and your thought process. Whether your thoughts be righteous or unrighteous, obedient or disobedience. But because we got so many people walking in disobedience, now there come place for y'all devil. Oh, the devil. Oh, the devil killing our children. Oh, the devil attacking. Man, the devil squeezing no trigger. I ain't never seen the devil buy bullets. I ain't never seen the devil buy AR-15 or SK or carbine. I ain't never seen the devil buy a 100-round drum. I seen evil men buy them. Evil women buy them. I seen evil women put a pot of grease on the stove and turn it on high while Mr. laying in the bed. And he said, what you cooking? And by the time that grease get hot, she get back over and dumping that grease in his face saying, you? Oh, that's for real in my era. I'm 51. You smell some grease burning, you don't hear no chicken or nothing, you don't hear no you don't hear no popping, you better get up and go see what's brewing, what's cooking. Because it may be you, Mr. Man, or Mr. Woman, or Miss Woman. Listen to this book. So thou shalt not make thee any graven image, any idol. Man, y'all have made an idol from beneath the earth. So then when y'all found he wasn't beneath the earth, then we know what y'all did. Y'all put him in the heavens. The only thing that was in the heavens is a thought. That's a thought on the other side of that gulf. When you read 16 and 19 of Luke, and they begin to talk, they talking to you because they're trying to get you to visualize and see in the spirit realm. But in the spirit realm, it's nothing but your thought. And your thoughts are obedient to Torah or disobedient unto Torah. Simple as that. Simple as that. So we see the rich man. What does the rich man turn into when the rich man died? Remember, he don't have no body now. He done returned back to spirit. So when he turned back to spirit, what is he? He thought now. He's a thought. He's thought of. When people down to earth, what do they become? A thought. I was thinking about my mama today. Yeah. A thought of. You return back to a thought of being. A thought of being that was draped, found it not robbery to drape you in flesh. And the word became flesh. Word produces what? A thought. So because I'm a word and you're a word, you're going to produce thought. They're going to be good thoughts and some of them going to be trying thoughts. But you're full of word. Come on, y'all, help me. Y'all help me. Let me see how far. I don't want to keep you. I don't want to keep you long. Don't want to keep y'all long. See, we got to make it skinny. Right now, we boning everything out right now. We boning it out. We're going to bone it out. We're going to bone it out. Okay. Then we're going to get ready to flesh it. Then we're going to flesh it out. We're going to put meat on the bones. We finna start putting meat on the bones. Now, okay, now that we have this, that we done created an idol. We created a deity that we call the devil. We call it the devil. So how I get in the Bible? Because they've been created. It ain't just get created. Right. It's been created. I want y'all to turn your Bibles to Ezekiel 14. Ezekiel chapter 14. Ever since I came, since I answered Yahweh, the call of Yahweh, I never tried to be anybody else. My brother from another mother, Sean Tillman, he said, boy, he said, your delivery, you unorthodox. And I say, I don't try to be, but I thank Yahweh that I am. That my delivery is like no one else. I deliver like Yahweh want me to bring it forth. Ezekiel. Now, let's look at where idols live. You know, where do these images live? Ezekiel chapter 14, and let's look at verse 1. Then came certain of the elders of Israel unto me and sat before me. And the word of Yahweh, see, the word which produces a thought, which produces a conversation, the word came unto me saying, son of dust, son of man, these men have set up their idols in their heart. Ain't no devil beneath the earth or in the Shamayim. It's in the heart of men. It's in the mind of men. It's where you have set this idol up. Y'all better evict that idol out y'all mind.
Yes.
You was not supposed to set that idol up in you talking about the devil. I'm under attack. I told my wife about that long. I said, baby, they keep talking about they under attack. I don't know what they under attack for, because my Yahweh is able. If I say I'm under attack, that's saying that I'm unprotected. That's saying that Yahweh left me unprotected. And Yahweh Gabor, Yahweh strong. I'm Yahweh Gibor. Yahweh Gibor. I'm Yahweh strong. Yahweh mighty. The mighty Yahweh. Yahweh Gibor, the mighty Yahweh. Yahweh is strong. Strong Yahweh. He's strong. Listen, son of man, these men have set up their idols in their hearts and put the stumbling block of their iniquity before their face. Should I be inquired at all by them? Question. Therefore speak unto them and say unto them, thus saith Yahweh, every man of the house of Israel that set up his idols in his heart, in his mind, and put up the stumbling block of his iniquity before his face, and come up to the prophet, I, Yahweh, will answer him that come according to the multitude of his idols. To how many idols you got? Yahweh said, how many images, how many false images, how many idols y'all got in y'all mind? Y'all got the devil, y'all got Hashatan, y'all got imps, y'all got all kind of stuff. All kind of stuff we got. The reason why I'm going here and I'm finna draw a line in the sand is unclean spirits can only they cannot attach themselves to your being. They can only attach themselves to the thing that is of this world, that belongs to the world, that you have taken and you holding it hostage. You holding the thing hostage. While you holding it hostage, now whatever you have conjured up as man, now that thing that we have conjured up is able to attach itself to the tangible thing. To the tangible thing. Whether it be multiple sex partners, whether it be killing, whether it be stealing, whether it be lying, whether it be disrespecting your neighbor, whether it be defrauding your neighbor. Those things that you have created, they are able to attach themselves unto those things that are not of Yah, that man have created, and man have blown a breath into them, a word, and given them life. There are things that we have given precedence and we have given life. If you give back those thoughts, those evil inclinations, if you give those thoughts back from whence they come, which they are generated from this flesh through the eye gates, because we seeing people doing stuff. It's not, look, you only seeing people doing stuff, so you gotta, is that right or is that wrong? So then you got to go, I have to go to my Bible to find out, is that right or is that wrong? And then I find out it's wrong because I go to my word. That's how I find out it's wrong. I don't make no personal interpretations of my own. So listen to the book. It says, that I may take the house of Israel in their own heart, because they are all estranged from me through their idols. Y'all better leave that stuff alone, y'all. Leave that stuff alone, please. Leave that stuff alone. Because that stuff makes us estranged. It nullifies our relationship with Yahweh. That I may take the house of Israel in their own heart, see, in their own heart, because they are all estranged from me through their idols. Verse 6, therefore say unto the house of Israel, thus saith Yahweh, our Yahweh, repent and turn yourselves from your idols, people, and turn away your faces from all your abominations. Your abominations, they are mental. They are mental. And they were going to cause you mental fatigue. You're going to become mentally fatigued through your abominations and your idols. Because you keep uplifting this devil. See, listen, you either going to watch the devil or you going to watch Yahweh. You either going to watch evil or you going to watch Yahweh. You can't watch both. So I decided a long time ago who I was going to watch. I wasn't going to watch evil. I wasn't going to watch the devil. I'm just going to watch Yahweh. Yahweh is enough for me to watch. I don't need to watch all that other stuff. For what? The Bible said that therefore say unto the house of Israel, thus saith Yahweh, our Yahweh, repent and turn yourselves from your idols, and turn away your faces from all your abominations. For every one of the house of Israel, all of the strangers that solely in Israel will separate himself from me and set up his idols in his heart, and put up the stumbling block of his iniquity. See, the Bible said you put a stumbling block before your own face. You put a stumbling block before your lineage, before your bloodline. That's why I don't teach my children. You putting this stuff between the bloodline, because you're teaching it to your child, and your child will teach their children, and their children will teach that. This stuff got to be rectified now. And set up his idols in his heart, and put up the stumbling block before his own face, and come up to a prophet to inquire of him concerning me. I, Yahweh, will answer him by myself. Y'all say, look, you ain't going to have no answer for him. I got this. I got that. So we see where idols live. We see where images live. No, that cross that y'all serving, that cross lives in you. That cross lives in you. That idol that you done set up. No, you setting the idol. Y'all might see it outside physically, but you done set that idol up inside you physically. I thank Yahweh for the tearing down of that idol in this temple that belongs to Yahweh. Nothing set up in him. Devil gone. Devil been castrated and cast off. Satan been there with that. Lucifer been know he was Nebuchadnezzar. knew who he was. You understand me? Son of the morning. Then the day started. Ben knew these things. That stuff gone. My whole life has changed. Allows you to work and operate through determination. That's why I don't listen to a lot of people. I don't listen to a lot of things because my soul is precious to me. It's precious. My ear gates are precious. So you know what I get a lot of times? Because when I get on the phone, I control my conversations. So now, controlling. No. See, what I'm telling you, what y'all better understand is this here. Either you gonna control the narrative or somebody else gonna control the narrative. But between two people, it's always gonna be a narrative. Somebody gonna control the narrative. Whether they trying to or whether they not trying to. Somebody gonna control the narrative. I control the narrative. If not, I'm gone. Because I'm only gonna talk about one thing. And I'm only gonna talk about the will of Yah. I ain't gonna talk about no foolishness. Ain't no need to talk about no foolishness. Now, somebody telling a testimony, that's different. But just foolish talk after foolish talk after foolish talk, man, I don't want to hear that. You trying to sow something in me, man. I'm letting you know you can't sow nothing in me. You can't raise nothing back out. Y'all better hear what I'm saying. Come on, let's turn to Psalms, the book of Psalms 81. Everybody all right? Y'all there? Selah. Psalm 81, and we will first examine, let's examine verse 8. Hear, O my people, and I will testify unto thee, O Israel, if thou wilt listen unto me. That's what we have in our breakdown, people not listening.
Yes.
No. Let me see something. Well, this is where I want to go. I want to go to verse 12 first. Verse 12. So I gave them up unto their own hearts. That's where I want to go, because I want to keep sleeping. I want to keep going what I had. Where are we just coming from? What is the heart? Where we just came from? What is the heart? What was in the heart? The idols. This is what I'm telling you. We created the devil, and Yahweh gave us over to the devil that we created. That's what he did. It never was so. Those were conversations. That was a spirit being introduced into a carbon body. Yes, it's going to be some conversation. Yes, it's going to be some conversation. Yes, what's going on? What's happening? What's this?
Yeah.
What's this? They like little boy, look at little girl, they be like, what's that? And if it was like, what's that? The first time seeing it, they like, well, what's that is? They ask that question. They ain't never seen it.
Yes.
So they ask the question. Little boy, look at himself. What's that? You have to tell them, stop. Don't you do that. Don't do that. Because that is the spirit. That's the flesh having a conversation in the spirit. Yeah. But you seeing it in the child. Now you call the child wicked and a devil. No. The child spiritual. What you ain't done, you ain't raised that child up in the ways of Yahweh. You ain't prayed over that child with the 10 Commandments. Don't you know the 10 Commandments is a prayer? You can pray the 10 Commandments over your child. You can pray the 10 Commandments over people. Oh, y'all didn't know that, did you? No, y'all didn't know that. No, you didn't know it. You can pray the 10 Commandments. You can pray the laws and the statutes and the commandments into existence. Yes. Stop playing with my Abba, with Abba Yahweh. Stop playing. Listen to the book. So I gave them up to their own idols, their own hearts, lust, and they walked in their what? They walked in their own counsel. Walked in your own thought process. All right. Y'all stay with me, stay with me. Now from here, let's go to verse 8. Hear, O my people, and I will testify to you, Israel, if thou wilt listen unto me. Now let's go to verse 12. So I gave them up unto their own hearts. Pull that in 15. I'm going to read 12. So I gave them up to their own hearts, lust, and they walked in their own counsel. Oh, that my people had listened unto me, and Israel had walked in my ways, I shall soon have subdued their enemies and turn my hand against their adversaries. The haters of Yahweh should have submitted themselves unto him, but their time should have endured forever. Yahweh say the haters, Yahweh say, look, them people would have submitted themselves unto you, the children of Israel. Verse 16. He should have fed them also with the finest of the wheat, and with honey out of the rock should I have satisfied you, which is a deep understanding, but not going there. It's good just where it is, top of gravel, for what we're doing. So we understand that Yahweh he gave us up to our own hearts, to the idols. Yahweh will turn you over to the idols. That's vile affection. I turn you over to vile affection, reprobate mind. That's what he turned us over to. Okay, y'all want the devil? Y'all want Satan? Y'all want, okay, y'all can have it then. If that's what y'all need, because y'all don't want to, walk in, what's the word I'm looking for? Where you take for your doings, for your actions. What word I'm looking for? When you step up for what you did wrong. Yeah, y'all don't want to be accountable. Y'all don't want accountability. So y'all think if y'all stick the devil in front of me, that the devil gonna soften the blow. Right. Y'all think if y'all put the devil here, that's gonna soften the blow, that I ain't coming for you. Y'all created that. I'm coming for y'all. I'm coming to get you, and y'all got to see me. All y'all got to see me one day. Every last one of y'all got to come through the book. I don't care what your religion is, you got to come through the book. Yeah. Every last one of y'all got to come through the book. You got to come through the book. So we see that scripture said that, look, so I gave them up to their own hearts, lust, and they walked in their own counsel. What you think we're going to get out of our own counsel? When something go wrong, we're going to need something to blame it on. Because we couldn't blame it on y'all. And we wasn't going to blame it on ourselves. Right. Because we were in a learning process, learning how to navigate in these carbon bodies. So what man said was, well, we need. And then good, and then on this side, good, just take one of the O's out of good, and then that'll be God. Take one of the O's out of good, so good gonna be God, and evil we're gonna take an O out of good, make a God, and we're gonna add a D to evil, and we're gonna make a devil. I told y'all about adding stuff and taking stuff out of my word. Didn't I tell y'all not to add? I tell y'all what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn y'all over to y'all own lust. Since y'all want to add a D on evil, you want to make you a devil, and you want to take an O out of good, and you want to reduce me to being a deity. Now, and y'all reduce me to being a deity indeed, because y'all treat me like I'm an idol. Y'all treat Yahweh like he's some kind of idol. You know, like he's some kind of image. Yes. Yes. Blasphemy. Yes. Turn to Jeremiah 18. You know what? No, we already. Where we was at? Psalms. Yeah, Psalms 81. We already did Jeremiah, right? Did Jeremiah. Psalms 81. No, we didn't put Jeremiah. Huh? We did Ezekiel. You did Ezekiel? Yeah, okay. Psalms 81. Psalms 81 and 11. We just finished that. Yeah. But my people would not hear to my voice, and Israel wouldn't have none of me. So I gave them over to their own heart. I gave them over. I turned y'all over. Listen, this is not a game, people. Yeah. We have been miseducated. We have been mistaught. We blaming stuff on stuff that don't exist, which is dangerous. Because in the end, we got to pay for all this stuff. Because it's nothing there that's going to be standing with you. That's right. I think I already did. Well, turn to Jeremiah. Yeah, we already did Jeremiah. I think I did it out of text, out of context. I did it out of. Let's see. Okay, now Jeremiah 18. Jeremiah 18 and 12. Jeremiah 18 and 12. And they said, there is no hope, but we will walk after our own devices, and we will everyone do the imagination of our evil heart. They're going to do the imagination of their evil heart. What's in the heart again? They're going to do the service to the idol, to the image. They're doing service to the image, to the idol. Where's the idol kept? The idol is kept in the heart, in the mind. Listen to the book. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, ask you now among the heathen, who have heard such things? The virgins of Israel have done a very horrible thing. Will a man leave the snow of Lebanon, which cometh from the rock of the field? No. Shall the cold flowing water that comes from another place be forsaken? No, they shall not. They shall be cherished as a gift from Yahweh. Will a man, verse 15, but my people have forsaken me. They have burned incense to vanity, and they have caused themselves, listen, we cause ourselves to stumble in our path, in our ways from the ancient path. This is why we're stumbling. This is why we stumble in the ways from the ancient path to walk in the path in a way not of Yahweh, a way not cast up, a way that's not our way. It's not our way, people. Verse 8. If that nation against whom I have pronounced turn from their evil, I will repent of the evil that I thought to do unto them. Verse 9, and at what instant I shall speak concerning a nation and concerning a kingdom to build and to plant it. I would benefit them. Listen, Yahweh not playing. Hebrews, Catholic, Greek, I don't care what you is. Yahweh is not playing. And we all have been turned over to the imaginations, to these idols. Because these idols have your imagination, imagine that you can do all this stuff. Same-sex marriage, that's idol worship. Yeah. Same-sex marriage, that's idol worship. All this killing that you're doing in your community, you trying not to get caught killing your brother, that's idol. That's because you don't set up idols. That's because Yahweh is not sitting on the throne. Yahweh not on the throne. This is the throne of Yahweh. And that's why two nations is fighting for this throne. The flesh don't know no better. Right. The flesh don't know how to obey Yah. But your spirit knows to obey Yah. So they battling over the high place. Yeah. The principalities in high places. Yeah. This is the height. This is your Shamayim. This is your heaven. This way is battling. You ain't gonna never get there till you win this. Yeah. You gotta win this. You gotta win the battle here. And then you'll win it here. In your mortal being, your mortal fiber, your mortal fabrication. You'll win it there. Verse 17. I will scatter them as with an east wind before the enemy. I will show them the back and not the face in the day of their downfall. So Yahweh say, this is the verse where Yahweh say he's going to turn his back on Israel, the children of Israel. He's going to turn his back. He said, look, I'm not going to face y'all, then I'm going to turn my back to y'all. And once Yahweh turned his back to us, guess who he faced? The Goyim, That's I think that's your Romans 11 or Corinthians 11, where it said, where Yahweh had chosen the people that were not his people, the heathen, that he brought these people in until the fulfillment of the Gentile become, that he brought them in so that we could be brought to jealousy. Yes. That's it. Once he turned his back on his right, he was facing the nations. That's why the nations look like they are Baruch upon. Yeah. And that's why it looked like, that's why we at the bottom, we got to get Yahweh to face us again and turn his back to the Goyim. We're going to have to begin to walk in the laws and the statutes and the orders of Yahweh for Yahweh to turn and hear our voice once again.
Yes. Yes, Yahweh.
Yahweh not going to turn, people. Y'all wait. Don't y'all know Yahweh? Don't y'all know prophecy belong to Yahweh? If Yahweh want to keep putting off prophet, keep putting off what the Bible say, keep putting it off till they number 2 people that's left on the earth that's going to do what he say do, he'll do that. He'll let all us die off. Y'all better stop playing. Prophecy belong to Yahweh, not you. He do it when he want to do it. He don't have to do nothing. He said he'll do it. Guess what he get to do? He get to do it in his own time. I bet you he'll make one of the prophets be a lie, or the pen of the scribe be a lie, before he be found a lie. Y'all better wake up. Y'all better wake up. Y'all don't know what been changed in this Bible. Y'all don't know what been changed in the Dead Sea Scrolls since y'all swear everything that y'all got, that y'all read and parsing, that's the original text. Man, y'all need the Ruach HaKadosh. Yes. Y'all need the Ruach HaKadosh. That will bring all things unto remembrance. Yes. And will let you know, man, that don't go there. Don't use that. On our way out, let us look at 1 Corinthians 9 and 24. Y'all want the devil? Y'all keep the devil. Y'all keep the devil. That's just like a lion, a giant. Right now today, I need giants every now and then in my life to be deemed a giant killer. Giants keep me on my P's and Q's. What a giant. Those are just things that just uprise in my life that I'm going to conquer. I'm going to overcome them. I'm going to overcome them because I'm more than a conqueror. Don't matter what's set before me, it's going down. I ain't going down, it's going down. 1 Corinthians 9 and 24, because I refuse to be this. I refuse to be this. Know ye not that they which run a race run all, but one receiveth the prize, so run that you may obtain. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate. But he has to have self-control. He must have self-control in all things. You understand me? Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible crown. I therefore so run now as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the Ruach, the air. I ain't finna beat the Ruach up. I ain't finna blaspheme the Ruach. I'm not finna do that there. Because if I do that there and I start moving in my power, then guess what? At the end, but I keep under my body. I keep bridling underneath my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be cast away. We got to get that. What a word. What a word. What a word. And see, if y'all turn this page, I'm going to show y'all something. Turn the page, turn to 10 and 16, 10 and 20, 1 Corinthians. It said, but I say that the thing which the Gentiles sacrifice, see when this Bible says sacrifice the devil, that's idols, y'all. I remember I did that teaching. That's idols. And that's what, I didn't know what y'all was setting me up for, but just to teach you, they sacrifice to idols and not to Yahweh. And you put that devil's there, so you start saying that it's the devil. Ain't, man, y'all have made this stuff up and we've been turned over to it. Man, I hope y'all get it. I hope y'all got it. It wasn't a very hard teaching. You know, I believe that many can get it because this is what we're doing. Turn over to 2 Corinthians 10 and verse 3. And we are released. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. Ain't no war with the flesh.
Yeah.
Ain't no war. We warring with the flesh. How we warring with the flesh? Too much sugar, too much starch,
Yes.
too many things that are GMO,
Yeah.
genetically modified, made by man. So it's a war.
Yeah.
Because we're not putting back in the body what needs to be put back in the body.
Yes.
For the weapons of our warfare are not what? They are not physical. They are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of what? Well, stronghold in your mind. Stronghold in your mind. The devil ain't got, it's in your mind. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down strong, casting down what? Them idols. Yahweh said, I'll turn y'all over to y'all imagination.
Yeah.
We got to cast down the imagination of every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of Yahweh and bring it into captivity. Every what? Thought. Not every devil. Every thought to the obedience of Mashiach.
Yeah.
Torah.
Yeah.
And having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. Now y'all can have y'all devil. Y'all call me crazy. One of the greatest tricks that the devil ever played, it was a movie called Unusual Suspects. And Sir's Eyes Kinsey, whatever his name was, talking about one of the greatest tricks the devil ever played was to make the world think he existed. No, sucker. One of the greatest tricks that the devil ever played was to make the world think that he did exist when don't nothing exists outside of Yahweh and man. That's it. Yahweh and man, Yah and man. That's the only thing that exists. And your evil inclinations, us listening to outside influence that's getting us to break laws, statutes, and do what's wrong, and then we continue to keep doing what's wrong and think we're going to get a good turnout. You know you're living wrong. You're talking about, oh boy, I'm so blessed. You're living wrong though. You're living ratchet. You living ratchet and talking about you blessed because you got a job and a new car. I think Yahweh, I don't serve what you serve. I think Yahweh, you got that name in your mouth. I think Yahweh, that you still got that idol, that cross that you serve in you. Because ain't nowhere in the world me you can serve the same thing. You living out of the will, but talking about you blessed. You finna kill yourself. You finna kill you. And that's called suicide. We thank you and we love you. We thank you. We thank you and we love you. And we say unto you, we say unto all, Shabbat Shivion Shalom. We thank you this day. Selah and Selah.